Representative of the United States for the statement. I now give the floor to the representative of Algeria.
Thank you, Mr. President. At the outset, allow me to express our appreciation to the United States for presenting this draft resolution we just adopted, aimed at implementing the comprehensive plan endorsed by all parties. We extend our thanks to the U.S. leadership and in particular to President Trump, whose personal engagement has been instrumental in establishing and maintaining a ceasefire in Gaza, thus bringing an end to the unbearable suffering endured by the Palestinian people for nearly 2 years. We acknowledged the efforts undertaken by President Trump in advancing peace worldwide, but we underline that genuine peace in the Middle East cannot be achieved without justice. Justice for the Palestinian people who have waited for decades for the establishment of their independent state. Mr. President, Algeria has engaged in the negotiations of this resolution on behalf of the Arab group and in close consultation, close coordination with the Palestinian representatives. We submitted what we considered essential amendments to ensure balance and integrity in the text. Some of those proposals were taken on board, and we continued to engage until the end, both on behalf of the Arab group and in our national capacity, to incorporate elements we believed would further improve the draft. It is worthy to recall that this text has received the support of broadly Arab and Muslim countries, whom in full responsibility have publicly endorsed the draft in its final version and called for its adoption. It is also worthy to recall that the Palestinian Authority at the highest level has openly welcomed the initiative and echoed the appeal to support the text. If Algeria has made it a solemn duty to stand consistently with Palestine, we have also pledged never to overstep this role, and above all, without engaging in any form of overstatement or one-upmanship, but rather to fully respect the choices and the decisions of the Palestinian people themselves and their representatives. Mr. President, in light of these elements, Algeria has finally decided to vote in favor of this text, a text that we support its core objective, namely the maintenance of the ceasefire and the creation of conditions enabling the Palestinian people to exercise their inalienable rights to self-determination and statehood. Allow me, Mr. President, to underline the following points. First, this resolution is one more piece in the broader mosaic that forms the United Nations doctrine on resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Previous resolutions remain fully valid and constitute the essential foundation of any future effort. Second, this resolution must be read in its entirety. Its annex is an integral part of it, and all parties must comply with it. It clearly affirms no annexation, no occupation, no forced displacement. Third, humanitarian aid must enter and be distributed throughout Gaza through the UN agencies and other humanitarian actors without interference. Without interference, Israel can no longer impose restrictions that have contributed to the starvation of the Palestinian population in Gaza. Fourth, Gaza will be administered under a transitional arrangement by a technocratic Palestinian committee pending the return of the Palestinian Authority to assume its full responsibilities in the Strip as outlined in the comprehensive plan. Fifth, the establishment of an international stabilization force is a major development. We believe it will, as mandated, first and foremost, provide protection to Palestinian civilians and enable the complete withdrawal of Israeli occupying forces from Gaza. Six, today Gaza lies in ruins and its population bears the deep scars inflicted by a devastating war machine. The time has come for the reconstruction of Gaza with the support of the international community, the international financial institution, including the World Bank. Algeria, for its part, will stand ready to assume its responsibility and will contribute to the effort to rebuild civilian infrastructure in Gaza solely for the benefit of the Palestinian people. 7. Palestinian people are enduring immense suffering, not only in Gaza, but also in the West Bank, where settler terrorism has reached unprecedented levels. Dispossession, annexation, and the relentless expansion of settlement are eroding, day by day, the very prospects of a viable Palestinian state. Protection measures must therefore be extended to the West Bank as a matter of urgency. Accountability is equally indispensable. Security Council Resolution 2334 must be fully and faithfully implemented. 8. We hope that the implementation of this peace plan will open a genuine horizon for the Palestinian people to realize their inalienable right to self-determination and to statehood, one that brings to gather the Palestinian people of Gaza and of the West Bank, and finally puts an end to their suffering. The parameters of the solution are well known. They are clearly outlined in the New York declarations. What is now required is a collective, sincere, and decisive will of the international community to implement them. Mr. President, 2 days ago, the international community commemorated the 37th anniversary of the proclamation of the State of Palestine. That proclamation, made on the 15th of November 1988 in Algiers, still resonates with hope and dignity. Allow me to recall the words of late Yasser Arafat in the Palestinian Declaration of Independence. And I quote, "In its struggle to secure peace in a land that has always carried the names of love and peace, the State of Palestine calls upon the United Nations, entrusted with a special responsibility toward the Palestinian people and their homeland, and calls upon the peoples and nations of the world, especially those who cherish peace and freedom, to help them achieve their just aspirations and bring an end to their long tragedy. This requires providing them with protection and working decisively to end the Israeli occupation of the Palestinian territories. We hope that those engaged in this process will remain faithful to this call, a call that echoes across generations and continues to guide the path toward a just and lasting peace in the Middle East. My country, Algeria, as stated several times by President Abdelmajid Tebboune, will remain steadfast in supporting such an endeavor. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Algeria for the statement, and I give the floor to the representative of United Kingdom.
Thank you, President.